अस्सलाम वालेकुम माय डियर चिल्ड्रन। क्या आपने अपना रात का खाना खाया है? हाउ मेनी मील्स हैव यू ईटन टुडे? आई एम श्योर यू नो that every living thing eats food, even plants, animals, insects, and fish. Every single one of us eats food every single day. But have you ever wondered why do we actually need food? हम दिन का आगाज़ खाने से करते हैं, पूरे दिन खाना और पीना करते हैं, and we even end our day with a meal. But why is food necessary? खाना हमारे बॉडीज़ को एनर्जी सप्लाई करता है. It provides us with materials to make up our tissues, and it also helps us to grow. It helps us to fight diseases and infections and keeps our bodies healthy. But खाने में ऐसा है क्या that makes all these processes possible? And how does our body react to food? Food can be split up into groups based on the nutrients that they provide us with. These groups are carbohydrates, lipids, proteins, minerals, vitamins, water, and fiber. आपको याद है ना, हमने बायोमोलिक्यूल्स के बारे में पढ़ा था, which are very important organic molecules. These are carbohydrates, lipids, and proteins. Carbohydrates may be in the form of simple sugars, like the sugar we consume daily, in granulated form or brown sugar, or the sugars which are present in milk or fruits. They can also be complex and form long chains. These are found in starchy vegetables like potatoes, pasta, bread, naan, roti, beans, and rice. Our bodies use carbohydrates for cellular respiration, which provides our bodies with energy to do work. We have also learned about this in bioenergetics. अगर हम बहुत से carbohydrates consume करते हैं, तो our bodies can store it as fat, and ये मोटापे की तरफ लेके जाता है, and it can cause tooth decay as well. Food needs to pass through our digestive system, from our mouths to our anus, and a material in food, especially in carbohydrates, helps food move smoothly through the digestive tract, and it keeps our gut healthy. डाइटरी फाइबर एक ऐसा कार्बोहाइड्रेट है जो हमारा बॉडी इजीली डाइजेस्ट नहीं कर पाता. इट इज़ ऑल्सो कॉल्ड रफेज, एंड इट इज़ प्रेजेंट इन मैनी प्लांट बेस्ड फूड्स लाइक सीरियल्स, fruits, vegetables, etc. Fiber gives the muscles of the digestive tract something to push against as the food moves along the intestine. This makes the movement of food much easier along our digestive tract. Lipids or fats उन चीज़ों में आते हैं which are rich in animal fats, जैसे कि दूध, मक्खन, चीज़, गोश्त, अंडे, and oily fish. Foods that are rich in plant fats include olive oil, sunflower seed oil, margarine, etc. Fats को अक्सर बुरा ही कहा जाता है, but they are actually essential for the protection of our organs. They are also good for storing energy, and they also make up our cell membranes. Proteins are animal source foods that include meat, eggs, fish, and also cheese. Whereas plant sources of high food in proteins include beans, nuts, and legumes. Meat is a better source for protein, and we need protein for growth and also for repair for tissues. Protein plays a vital role in the whole cell replacement process. And that is why proteins are very important for you when you are growing and even after you stop growing. क्या आपको पता है? Protein is essential for life. It is crucial to all cells in the body, playing a key role in enzymes in a cell. पानी के बाद हमारी बॉडी में सबसे ज़्यादा सब्सटेंस प्रोटीन ही तो है. चलें, अब हम आगे चलते हैं और अगले न्यूट्रिएंट के बारे में पढ़ते हैं। विटामिन्स। Vitamins are organic compounds that are very important for different biochemical reactions happening inside our bodies. Vitamins are actively involved in many processes of the body like cellular metabolism, tissue and cell growth, and also acts as helpers for different enzymes that maintain and speed up the reactions in our bodies. ये सारे substances हमारे बॉडी को चाहिए हैं ताकि हमारी बॉडी सही तरह से डेवलप और फंक्शन कर सके। विटामिन्स आर फाउंड इन मैनी फूड्स, जैसा कि विटामिन ए हमें कैरेट्स, फिश लिवर ऑयल में मिलता है एंड हमारी आईसाइट इम्प्रूव करता है। विटामिन सी इज़ फाउंड इन सिट्रस फ्रूट्स एंड अदर फ्रेश वेजिटेबल्स। दैट प्लेज एन इम्पॉर्टेंट रोल इन मेकिंग द कनेक्टिव टिश्यू, the tissue that connects and supports all the other tissues in our body. This vitamin also helps in sticking the cells together to form the connective tissue. और vitamin D जो होता है, that is present in many dairy products and also fish liver oils. They help our bones absorb calcium. कुछ vitamins हमारी bodies different fat carrier से लेती हैं और कुछ पानी से लिए जाते हैं। Vitamins may be fat soluble or they may be water soluble, and hence they require a fat or a water medium by which they are absorbed in our bodies. क्या आपको पता है हमारी स्किन विटामिन डी खुद ब खुद बनाती है? जी हाँ, इसीलिए तो कहते हैं कि हमें हर रोज़ 10 से 30 मिनट तक धूप में ज़रूर बैठना चाहिए, so that our skin absorbs the sunlight and then make vitamin D. Minerals are inorganic compounds, and these work with other nutrients to ensure the smooth functioning of different body processes. So, हम ये कह सकते हैं कि minerals are like the quality assurance compounds of our body systems. Minerals are only obtained by us through eating different foods. Fish, dairy products, bread, vegetables, red meat, liver, eggs, spinach. These are all some of the foods that contain these essential minerals. Although they are required in small amounts by our bodies, but ये फिर भी बहुत necessary हैं. The most important minerals in our bodies are calcium and phosphorus, as they make up our teeth and skeletal system, and they are responsible for the hardening of our bones. Many ionic forms of our minerals are also involved in various cellular activities. For example, the ionic form of iron is the central part of hemoglobin. That is a very important molecule for our body. There are also ionic forms of sodium and chlorine that maintain the level of body fluids. Some minerals are required in very tiny amounts by our bodies, and they are called the trace minerals. Did you know up to 60% of the human adult body is water? हमारे जिस्म का आधे से ज़्यादा हिस्सा तो पानी ही है। स्टूडेंट्स, लोगों को लगता है कि पानी is not a nutrient, but it is, and a very important one at that. Water is very important as we need it to stay hydrated. Hydrated होने का मतलब आपको पता है? It means that our cells are able to maintain their water levels that helps them carry out various functions. Water is the medium in which all our body functions occur. Water helps maintain the body systems and also prevents our cells from shriveling up. Always remember, you need to drink about 1.5 to 2 liters of water daily. So we have learned that in order to have a good health and ensure that all our body processes and functions run smoothly, we need to have a balanced diet. Okay? So, I need all of you to make sure you eat everything from vegetables and fruits and meats and eggs. जी हाँ, आपको सब कुछ खाना चाहिए, even the things you may not like. Diet is the name we give to what you eat and how much you eat. So, we need to have a balanced diet, and that means to eat everything in a correct and healthy amount. And the study of nutrients and how they are used by our bodies is called nutrition. अच्छा, हमने humans की nutrition के बारे में तो पढ़ लिया, लेकिन plants का क्या बनता है? उनको nutrients कहाँ से मिलते हैं? There are two main methods of nutrition. Plants do not get nutrition the same way as animals do. Animals, including humans, bacteria, and some other organisms, are dependent on other sources of food, which may be other animals and plants. All animals and fungus come under this category, which is called heterotrophs. Hetero means other and troph means food, as they are dependent on other organisms for their food. They are also called consumers. They may consume other plants or other animals or both. The digestive system of these organisms break down the complex organ materials into simpler molecules. Plants, on the other hand, make their own food by photosynthesis. This process has also been seen to occur in some species of bacteria. Green plants and bacteria have chlorophyll, which is a green pigment, and it is basically the factory responsible for manufacturing food. And because plants produce their own food, they are also called producers. Plants are able to make organic compounds using simple inorganic sources. Plants carbon dioxide use करते हैं और पानी use करते हैं and energy from sunlight, और फिर सबको मिलके अपना खाना बनाते हैं. These plants and some species of bacteria that can make their own food are called autotrophs. Auto means self and troph means food. So, an autotroph is an organism that can feed its own self by making food with raw materials, and it does not depend on any other organism. यानी ये अपना खाना खुद बनाते हैं. Like animals, plants also need nutrients. They need nutrition to germinate, to grow, to fight off diseases and pests, and also to reproduce. Because remember, plants are also living organisms. Plants and animals both require a balanced nutrition. You may have heard, an apple a day keeps the doctor away, and to have a colorful plate of food with portions from all food groups. Plants also seem to follow the same pattern of nutrition. They require sunlight and water and a balance of various nutrients to sustain their growth. Some nutrients are required by plants and other animals in larger quantities, whereas others are needed only in very little amounts. These nutrients that are required in larger amounts are known as macronutrients. For example, nitrogen, phosphorus, potassium, calcium, magnesium, and sulfur. For animals, the major food groups proteins, carbohydrates, and fats are the macronutrients. Other nutrients that are needed in very small trace amounts are termed micronutrients, and these are the minerals and vitamins in case of animals, and for plants these are iron, zinc and copper. अच्छा, अब हम एक स्टेप आगे चलते हैं. जब हम खाना खा लेते हैं तो अगला स्टेप होता है कि हमारा खाना डाइजेस्ट हो. The digestive system is the system which is responsible for this breakdown of food in animals and humans and supplies energy to every cell in our body. आज आप इस डायग्राम को थोड़ा गौर से देखें. The digestive system is the system that is involved in the eating and digestion of food, the absorption of nutrients in the body, and the elimination of waste materials which are left behind. All parts of our body involved in eating and drinking make up the digestive system. इसमें 2 steps होते हैं. In the first step, हम खाना खाते हैं एंड अपने दांतों के ज़रिए इनके छोटे छोटे पीसेस करके स्वॉलो कर लेते हैं. और दूसरे स्टेप में हमारा ये खाना हमारे पेट में डाइजेस्ट होता है by going through a series of chemical breakdown in the digestive tract. और लास्ट में ये सब न्यूट्रिएंट्स हमारी बॉडी स्ट्रीम में एब्जॉर्ब हो जाते हैं and then they are carried to all cells of the body. An interesting fact is that the food starts being digested as soon as we put it in our mouths. Our saliva has a number of chemicals and enzymes that start breaking down the food in the mouth. Our digestive system is made up of one long tubular system with organs attached at various points to it. And food is digested as it moves along this tubular tract. The digestive tract starts from our mouth and ends at the anus. क्या आपको पता है? The average person produces 2 pints of saliva every single day. That is 32 ounces or 2 cans of soda. This saliva contains chemicals called enzymes that help break down the large particles into small particles. Food does not move down our digestive system by gravity. No. In fact, we have muscles along the entire length of the digestive system that move the food along. So that means that we can even eat upside down. But please, don't actually try that, okay? ये पूरा process इस clip में देख सकते हैं. From the mouth, the food enters the stomach from our throats. The part of the throat that takes food to the stomach is called the esophagus. The food then enters a muscular bag, which is the stomach, that contracts and churns the food to break it down further with the help of some chemicals that are acidic in nature. क्या आपने कभी सोचा है कि हमारे स्टमक में ये जो एसिडिक केमिकल्स होते हैं ये हमारे स्टमक को कोई हार्म क्यों नहीं पहुंचाते? Because that is that there is a lining of mucus in our stomach that protects it. After the stomach, the food moves further into the intestines. That has 2 parts, the small intestine and then there is the large intestine. Food is broken down in the small intestines with the help of some digestive enzymes, and the nutrients are also absorbed in the intestines. After all the nutrients have been absorbed, the waste material of the food enters the large intestine, where the water is removed from the food and it is stored in the rectum in the form of feces, which is then removed from the body through the anus. And with that, the process of digestion is complete. Now let's conclude our lesson by going back to revise what we have learned today. Key points. Number 1. Carbohydrates, lipids, and proteins in the food you eat are used for energy to power molecular, cellular, and organ system activities. Number 2. Nutrition is food that plants and animals need daily to function optimally. Number 3. Plants and some bacteria make their own food by photosynthesis. Number 4. Food is broken down by the digestive system in humans and gives energy to every cell in the body. Number 5. The digestive tract starts at the mouth and ends at the anus. And with that, our lesson comes to an end. I hope all of you will start eating healthier if you are not already. Take care, guys, and keep your minds curious. Let us take a little quiz together to test ourselves about the lesson of today. Question number 1. The only way to get all the nutrients you need is option number A, to drink alcohol in moderation. Option number B, to eat a combination of foods. Option number C, to eat the same foods over and over again. Option number D, to eat a vegetarian diet. The correct answer is option number B, to eat a combination of foods. Question number 2. All of the following are sources of calories except option number A, protein, option number B, fats, option number C, vitamins, and option number D, carbohydrates. The correct answer is option number C, vitamins. Question number 3. Organisms that are capable of making their own food are called option number 1, herbivores, option number 2, autotrophs, option number C, heterotrophs, option number D, none of the above. The correct answer is option number B, autotrophs. Question number 4. What is the digestive system? Option number A, the body's breathing system. Option number B, the body's system of nerves. Option number C, the body's food processing system. And option number D, the body's blood transporting system. The correct answer is option number C, the body's food processing system. Allah Hafiz, students.